I was watching the news at my house. One of the supervisors called me to come in and help, clear debris. The biggest thing is you kind of wonder like how big of an area really is hit. They show where the tornado went through, but there's obviously still winds, and just how big of an area you're gonna have to deal with of cleaning up.
As I'm driving in, it's very benign. There's no damage, doesn't look like it's done anything. Even coming to the station, didn't even seem like there was a leaf out of place. And then to hear all the reports coming from Eastern Urbandale, the damage they're seeing.
It was a mess. You had tree debris, you had electrical lines, you had parts of houses, parts of sheds, parts of fences, just everything.
The amount of debris that was plastered on the sides of people's houses from the winds, and just how much destruction can take over in a storm like that. You have huge cottonwood trees that are derooted, laying in people's backyards.
You see trees that have been around for, 100 years that are just taken out. You could kind of follow the path. We lost trees in North Karen, we lost trees at Rockland, we lost some trees at Rick Bowles, we lost some trees up around City Hall.
The tornado itself was a very short-lived circumstance. It was the cleanup and the stabilization effort that took some time. It's an all-hands-on-deck type of situation.
So there's not a playbook for every storm, but there is a mindset. Get here, get stuff cleaned up, and get the city back on track.
Chief Cardwell came into work immediately. 2 battalion chiefs came from home. One was on vacation, I was covering for him. Those guys set up EOC, so Emergency Operations Center. They were tracking all of our locations that we're calling out over the radio, saying, hey, this is passable, here's where heavy damage is, here's where we need assistance because things are completely blocked.
Mainly, we're focused on just getting the streets open. How much of that stuff was actually in the street, how many streets we needed to clear so we could get emergency services through.
Our goal was to get at least one road, one pathway. If we had to get to someone's house because there is a medical problem or there is a fire that's caused because of one of these trees or power lines down.
We were right out after the storm passed. The residents were just very appreciative of us being there that quick. I was amazed just going around at how many residents, how many people were on streets already helping other residents out.
The neighbors, the people out there, there's 2 occasions where roads were opened up because they were out there with chainsaws. And who knows if they even knew each other, right? But they were neighbors. And I thought that was amazing. I remember calling it out saying, hey, somehow they've got this road open enough that we could get a truck through here if we had to, and that's what we were looking for.
You can obviously see how the residents react, to a storm like this when you're out there picking up debris on the first day, and just the neighborhoods working together is really awesome to see.
After the tornado went through, we had a lot of people reaching out, say, how can we help, how can we help? We have some money funded for trees. The city thinks it's important. But we said, if you want to help, you can donate back and we can try and get trees back in these parks a little bit quicker. We're here at North Karen and we planted some trees last fall. It's going to be a more diverse forest. It's going to take a while to get that shade back, but in the end, we'll be hopefully better off than we were when we started.
We don't control the storm, we control how we respond to it. The public may not always see what we do, but when the storm hit, I think they saw who we are.